Welcome to 3D30. This is July 17, I think it is. I've done a nice easy one because I'm still trying to get back into it, try and get back into fitness. We missed it last week, so this is like a long time. We're going to do this like once a week, so it's a long time out of it, 2 whole weeks. Okay, so you're going to expect a lot of hip loading today. Always say it, keep the 3 fundamentals in order, so always reach with your scapula, not just with your arm. Every time we move with the Viper, we move with a nice long spine, and we always try and catch and drive with the hips. All the movements can come through the hips. We start small, and we grow into the movements, and we're always working from head to toe. So every move we do with the Viper, nothing is under isolation. We're trying to work our whole body as a complete unit. Okay, should we do this? We're going to start off a prep phase. Wake up the body, warm up, get moving, and let's do it. Like I said, just expect a lot of hip catching today, okay? It's a nice one for you. Left hand's going to stay on your Viper. As you step your right leg back, you're just going to reach over your head. Nice and easy. Just going to work to the right side first, stepping back and reaching up to open out your front lines here. Look at us go. Good evening, Green, as well. Okay, try this with me. It's a transverse squat to the right. Now you can reach out. You can squat as low as you want to squat. But let's start to talk about that first fundamental. How long is your spine? Long enough. Now if your Viper gets away from you, bring it back in, and then you're ready to join me for a lateral lunge. Now you can tilt the Viper with it to start to get that reach across your shoulder blade as well. There you go, that's the second fundamental. And sit into the hip. You got that? Then how about you stand up with your Viper? Just step your right leg forward every time you stand up. Drop the hips, drive the hips. And just hands around the top of that Viper, please. So not really lifting it just yet, right? Instead of lifting the Viper, can you throw the Viper? So that power's going to come from your hips here. Third fundamental. Catch and drive with your hips every time. I want to have some fun. Maybe we'll progress this movement a little bit later. But now, set it down. Everything we just did, left leg back, left arm up. Just swing it up. It's a nice easy movement. Go on, Todd. Todd's got the big 8 kg Viper. Anybody remember this one? Transverse squat. You can take that Viper with you. So again, if the Viper does get away, it is round at the bottom, it's going to roll. Go get it back. I'm good with that. Couple more here. And then join me for that lateral lunge. Now toes forward, don't step up too far. Try and push that hip out. Going to see a lot of this movement today. Wow. I want to have some fun. Okay, left leg. Step forward. See your hips. Drive your hips. Thrust your hips. So you got to sit back, or you got nowhere to go, okay? Load to explode. Check, check. That's a group power thing. Keep going. More sexy than I am already. Why don't you give me some? Hang in there. So we had 4 moves, didn't we? We did it twice. How about we do it for a third time? But this time we're going to alternate sides. So right leg back, then left leg back, reaching the same arm above the head. Let's go. So just alternate. Maybe you reach a little bit longer down. Maybe you reach a little higher with the other arm. Or maybe you step back a little further. Keep it coming, keep it coming. How the transverse squats. Again, we're going to alternate this one as well. So one side. I've not got a lot of space behind me to the length of my arm, but if you can reach all the way back there, open that chest and the fronts of your shoulders out a little bit. Keep going. And then into those lateral lunges. Now try and reach your palm up behind you toward the ceiling. Just step it up another level now, Todd. Keep it coming, keep it coming. He was doing it already. He knows it. One more hills. And then stand up with your Viper. Right leg. Left leg. I know I'm not the only one. We all want to have some fun with our tool. Our big tool. Hang in there. Check. Can you catch it? known as the ViPR. Keep it coming now. You got 2 more, Amanda. Well done. Okay, check this out. I'm gonna come a little bit closer, so I hope you can see me. Watch first. You're gonna shuffle round to the right, put the ViPR down. Then you're gonna shuffle round to the left, put the ViPR down. Ready? Go. Behind your right shoulder, now behind your left shoulder. So you're gonna put it down here, and then you're gonna put it down there, okay? Bend your knees, put it down. Keep your hands on it. Don't let go of it, and use all the space you got. So if I go out a shot, I think you get it anyway. No, I'm not the only one. Bend the knees, then you put that ViPR down, yeah? So what part of the body are we catching with when we do that? That's right, your hips. Hope your shoelaces are properly tied here. Keep that chest up, that long spine, the whole time. Stop! You know what? I think that went pretty well. Now, we're going to work into vitality, where you're going to see some lateral movements. We're going to continue that journey in sitting into the hip, okay? Now look, you can put this knee down. You can put this knee down if you want to, okay? All you're going to do is get your right hand on top of the ViPR and then just stand up. Now your left hand is going to be on the narrow. Come back down. Now you don't have to put the knee down, so you can either drop it or you can just hover it and just set that ViPR down. Now how about you sit into that right hip and take the long end of the ViPR up toward the ceiling. So maybe no one's putting their knee on the floor anymore. Let's work on this phase now. Toes forward, small step with a big swing of your ViPR. You want to give it a go? Get the long end to the ceiling. Give it to the base. So a big sweep around. Now if you don't love it, remember, you can keep it small. Maybe just try and sit into the hip a little bit more. That's why I want most of your focus here. Catch with the hip, drive out. With the hip. You got one more here. Okay, everybody, change your grip, switch sides. So now you're gonna put your left knee down, or just hover it off the floor. Stand up first. Go back down. So just how do we stand up? We're probably pushing out of our right flat foot, driving out of that right hip, and then make it a lateral lunge. So we're going this way, small first. So you notice how I don't step too far, so I don't want to lead with the knee, okay? I want to sit my hip, and that helps with that. Now how big can you make that rainbow? All the way over your head. And give it to the base. With a nice slow pace. Well done. You got more. Put your hands up towards the ceiling. Hang in there. Okay, hold up. Beautiful job. Okay, we kind of prepped this already in the prep phase. You ready? Stand up with your ViPR, catch it, and then a transverse squat. So we've seen both moves already this evening. You ready to join me? Halfway to the top, and a little squat in that transverse plane. Now you want a little bit more, throw the ViPR a little higher, but you've got to drive from the hips. And that's going to help to make the ViPR a little less weighty, and a bit more weightless. Try this. Can you squat lower? So obviously, the depth of your squat, where you catch the ViPR, that's up to you. Many things can change the threshold of one movement. These are the two I'm going to pick out for you here. Keep going. Keep a long back. Try not to lean forward. Try not to round out through your T-spine. Push your chest out. You got one more? Okay, stop. Okay, look. I'm holding my ViPR. Sit into my left hip. I'm going to shuffle over. Catch. Now the music is going to speed up, and we are going to make changes. Remember, we can take one move, and we can do it 1,000 ways. Maybe it's just by changing an arm line. Maybe it's by lunging a bit more, or squatting. Or maybe it's changing grip. Try that, let's go. Switch arms. Can you feel it? It's getting faster. Keep going. Just enough cardio for me. Stop. Beautiful job, vitality, done. As we move into performance, so this is the HIIT phase, okay? 12 minutes of high intensity interval training. Now, we're gonna keep the same focus. Controlled, slow, explosive, powerful movements. Really trying to load these. So again, you're gonna see the same move. We're gonna be starting on that right side. Now look, when I do this, my toes are forward, my knee comes forward, I sit into the hip, but this is 3D30, and in 3D30, we use the ViPR. So for the ViPR, we know this. Set. So I want you to grab the top of it. As you step out, catch with the hip. Load and catch with the hip. You can reset. And then we go again. Catch. Always stepping out to the right. Always reloading. Okay, so set it down and then go again. As always, this is power. 30 seconds. It's not about how many. Not about how many. It's about quality. Quality over quantity. That's what I'm using a 6 kg Todd. It's not about how much you can lift, but how you lift that thing. You ready, Amanda? Let's go get it. I will be checking you guys out. I just need to do a few reps first. Like I said, I missed last week. So explosive power coming from the hips. Keep going. So again, a long spine when you catch. Push that hip out. Drive it. You're pushing your hip into a wall. Your knee's not even going to be touching that wall. Neither is your foot. Stop. Okay, check this out. I want you to put your feet in between the two handles on your right side. You're going to drop down and go for the awkward pickup. So left hand's going to be narrow, right hand's going to be wide, and then you're going to jump, set it down in that awkward position again. Now, if you don't love this, you can make it a little bit easier by coming closer to the center. But try and make it as awkward as you can without busting your back. You ready? Let's go get it. Jump. If you don't want to jump, you could just go for the heel lift. Just get that ViPR above your head though. So that awkward pickup. How do I pick something up from that awkward position, but safely and effectively? Well, I tip my hip, I bend my knees, and I create flexion through the ankle joint. So the knees coming forward, I want to keep good weight through my heel. Okay? Keep going. Stop. There you two exercises. We're going to repeat them on the other side. So again, set it up, ViPR between your shoes. Grab it. Eyes on ViPR. Vertical. Catch, reset. Go again when you're ready. Catch, sit into the hip. Look at my foot, look at my knee. Straight forward. I load and I catch again through my hip and reset. Okay? Take your time. Sun's in Queen's eyes. Go get it. Just lucky she knows this one. The good thing about this move we're doing right here, you're going to see it through the whole workout this evening. And because we do the same thing for 2 weeks, you get to experience it all over again next week as well. Let's see it, Amanda, what we got. God bless Zoom, eh, Todd? God bless Zoom. How long's that other leg? Show me it's a lunge, not a squat, yeah? Those heels gone. Stop. Okay, this time, that's your awkward side. So get your feet over to the left handles, and then you're going to put your right hand on narrow, your left hand on wide, jump up high, place it down awkwardly. So this would be a bad pickup. We don't want that. There's a twist, there's rotation, but it's a sit through the hip, movement through knees and ankle joints as well, not flexing out for your T-spine. You ready? Let's go. If you don't like the awkward twists, remember, you just come closer to the center. You crack on, let's go. Let's see how we're doing. So I can't see Hills' ViPR when it's down. I think she's got on a table or something. It's not getting that low. He's just cheating. That's normally Amanda's job. Good stuff. Doesn't matter what you lift here, does it? Doesn't matter what size you're lifting. Now, because we are in our own rooms, working on our own, this would normally be a little play. I'm going to make it a challenge for you. All you're going to do is jump forward and touch the end, run back, and then run around the ViPR. We go again. Touch the end, run back, run around the same way. And I want you to count your reps. So every time you run around, that's 1 rep. So again, touch with long spine, both hands on the end, run around, forward and backward, that's 1 rep. We go again. Touch, all the way around, that would be 2 reps. You ready? Let's go. Touch down, run around, reset, touch down, run around on the toes, stay on the toes. That's 2 reps. Count your own reps because we will see it again. Seriously, people, don't get COVID. Just doing 2 reps is like, man, it's gonna be a slow process. Thank 3D30 for water breaks, eh? Stop, go get yourself one. Take a drink, everybody. Well done. Okay, mine's apple squash. I'm just loving the fact I didn't lose my taste. I would hate not to be able to taste the apple squash, you know. Love that flavour. Okay, so when we're in the studio, this is where we'd normally line off, you know that, right? But we don't do that here because it's impossible. We can't line off. Or maybe we are, me versus all of you. Okay, I'm going to show you. Check this out. From the side profile, right hand on top. You grab the narrow with the left hand, and it's hammer time. Sledgehammer, long end punches down, come back, set, stand up. Just keep your right hand on top of the ViPR. Left hand always goes for the narrow, and you're only moving your right foot. You ready? 40 seconds, let's roll. Smash it down. So you're going to push down with the left hand as you pull up with the right elbow. You're going to pull up with the right elbow, push down with the left, okay? Right hand always on the ViPR. It's the left hand that lets go every time we set. Get direction, get movement, and then find that little summon. Bend the knees, stand up. Show me. There's something so sexy about a sharp dressed man. Just make sure we're not leaning over, we're catching with the hip and thigh. Stop! Okay, check. Very similar because we're going to shuffle the same way. So still behind the right shoulder, go for the single grip, but left leg's going to come forward, shuffle back the way you went, reset, and then we go again. Shuffle behind the right, punch and lunge. Let's go! Left leg forward here, and then set it down. So turn behind the right shoulder, more explosive when you're happy with the direction and with the movement again. So learn it, get used to it, and then start to find ways to make it more explosive. Maybe it's the punch, maybe it's the lunge. I prefer it was everything, yeah? Let's see your punch, Todd, let's see your punch. You're always going the same way, Todd. We're not alternating. I thought I made that clear. Did I make that clear? Behind your right shoulder, I kept saying every time? I thought I did. Okay, check, because this time I'm going to do the same 2 exercises, but the other side. So left hand stays on your ViPR, right hand's going to grab, you're going to pivot, smack down, reset. Look at my hips, I'm sitting back. I'm not doing this. That's lazy, and it hurts. Don't hurt yourself. Left hand stays on the ViPR. Go grab it, smack down, reset. Maybe now, this is your good side. Or maybe it's not. Maybe it's going to feel a little bit awkward. This is definitely my slightly uncomfortable side. But it's still the same. We pull, we push as we load into that leg without rounding out for your thoracic spine. Push your chest out. Sing it, Amanda. Well done, Queen. Good explosive lunge. That long end's going to be down. Good. Okay, so this time, Todd, Bend your knees. We're going behind the left shoulder, right leg forward, back the way you came. Next time, behind the left shoulder, right leg forward, back the way you came. Keep your hands on the single grip on those letterbox parts, yeah? Let's go! For the last release, they call it a letterbox. That's what I'm calling it from now on, because I like that. Set! Hey, maybe you're taking 2 steps, maybe you're taking 3 steps. It's not about how many, it's about what space you can work with, right? We've all got different sized living rooms, conservatories, patios. What else we got? Dog rooms. Keep going. Heels. You hear that? That means you got 10 seconds remaining, people. Hanging in there. Stop! Hey, does anybody remember this? This time, you're gonna touch down. You're just gonna run around the other way. So I'm going front to back this time. So again, that was 1 rep. Long spine, run around, opposite way to which we did last time. That's 2 reps, okay? If it's too easy to touch the end, take a few paces back. Or maybe you want to keep it a fair test and do what you did last time, exactly the same. Just make sure you're running around the other way. You ready? About 40, 45 seconds. This is it now.
4, 3, 2.
Go get it! I'm looking for complications all the time. When life's too easy, throw in a complication. Makes it worth living. Keep going. Hang in there. Corey looks like she's jogging. It's better than standing still though. Definitely better than standing still. Hills is going half 11 now. So she's making up lost time. Good stuff. You got like 10 seconds. You want to take a sip, go and take one. I'm going to let the music play out. Let's make it a push, play and go as it should be. 3D 30. It's all just built in. About 28 minutes. Which is good because we started a minute and a half late. So that's going to give us our 30. Our 30. Hey, I like that. Okay, this is reconditioning now. So it's always nice to have a little bit of slow stuff. Amanda's still going half 11. Man, the lagging via internet is just crazy in places, isn't it? And we're going to keep in the same focus with that little hip load, okay? We're still going to feel this. Still going to feel the hip loading. I want you to put your right hand on top of your ViPR and just step off to the left side, okay? It's a total body movement, so we still want you to keep them the same principles. Nothing moves under isolation. Maybe I'll show you the first one. Left hand is going to grab the narrow. You're going to sit into the hip. You're going to replace, and then you're just going to stand up it. So that's slow. Want to give it a go? So narrow.
We were burning on the edge of something beautiful. Something beautiful. Selling a dream.
Selling a dream. So sit in the hip. Even here, sit into that hip, yeah? While we're just prepping. So you can do the same thing and watch the progression. Or you can try and come with me if you wish. If you know it, maybe. Take the long end over your shoulder. Reset. Notice how I'm not flexing through my upper back. I'm trying to keep my chest lifted. I'm bending my knees. I'm tipping my hip. And I'm not rolling my back. Okay, can you take the leg on another angle? I want you to try and step to the back corner of the room here. So let's say about 7 or 8 o'clock. Reset. And stand up. Try it again. Now you're going to notice you've got space in the music. You've got space in the music, but when you reset to pose. So go get that pose. We're not always working on muscle poses. Sometimes it's just posy poses. I love my poses. Stop. Chill. Other side. You know it. Just gotta work the other side. Is this your good side? Sit into the hip.
We were burning on the edge of something beautiful.
What I really like about this move is everyone looks totally different. As long as you keep all those safety features, it's all good. It's so good, man. Take that long end over your shoulder. Never let me go. Never let me. Cause it's been a hell of a while. Where's your 4 to 5 o'clock, Amanda? Where's your 4 to 5 o'clock? That's where your right foot's gonna go. I'm posing already. Grab it. Get down and get it. Never lift it up. And then put it down. Don't drop it down. Goes, Mass? Chill. Put it in between your trainers. You can turn your toes in. You ready for this? Push forward. Lengthen your spine. Come back. So let's go with duck feet, yeah? Turn your toes inward. Kind of like Todd's natural standing position, we could call it as well, yeah? Okay, watch first. Viper goes over to the left, hips go back to the right. The same again, yeah? That way, let's go. And then we'll switch it around the other way. If your toes start to turn out, you can always turn them back in. It's no biggie. Maybe I'll just throw you out of Zoom if it annoys me too much. Who cares about that, eh? Hey, listen, can you pull that arm off the Viper, your left arm here? I won't give up, nah, 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 let me love you. Almost sitting in, reaching a little bit longer with that Viper. Dropping into that shoulder a little bit more if you can. And then watch this, palm goes up behind, and we sit even deeper. Let's keep going, 4 more. Palm up. Beautiful stretch, but we know reconditioning isn't just a stretch out, right? We have been lifting the Viper. So it's still loaded movement training, which is the genre of workout. Okay, hold it here. When you get your right foot and your left foot either side of the Viper, sit as low as you can and find your best place to hold that Viper whilst you dig into the heels. So maybe it's here, maybe it's the handle, maybe it's down here. It's a mobility squat. And then crawl up, get your right leg to the front, back heel off the floor, reach the Viper away as long as you can, and then swing this arm over and try and look at the palm of your hand. Reach your fingertips as far away from each other as you can. Okay, come back in. Step off the heel, drop the knee, reach, and then again swing this one all the way around. Look at the palm. Feels like I'm stretching every part of my body right now. Bring it back in. Thank you very much. Rehydrate, drink. That was 3D30, or Viper workout as it was back then, July 17. Thank you, and see you next week for the same mix. Good stuff.